Hello, good evening, and welcome to Troubles in Otari, the continuing adventures of Veg and the Squirrel Gang. As is customary, I am going to ask someone to volunteer to give us a recap on what has gone before. We have nearly a full house. We don't have Dave this week, sadly. Dave could not join us, so I'm just going to make Ivren disappear so that I remember he's not here with us. But we do have Sam, Lou, Gareth, and Frog, who does have another name, but it's just the one we put on there. Okay, any volunteers? No volunteers?
I'm guessing.
What?
Okay, shall I? Does anyone else want to do it? No. Okay.
Well, I fell asleep last time, so I'm not sure.
Okay. It was slightly not a lot of combat until the end of the session. So we finished the combat the session before. We spent most of the session exploring and checking that we'd cleared out the whole place. We bumped into, I want to call him Blue Peter, but I know that's not his name.
Close.
Ghost
His name? Blue Finlay.
Finley. And there was some conversation there. Brock managed to upset him. And then we discovered a very beautiful creature who is called... What? It's not bird snake, that's not his name. I can't remember. Her name was Ollie, but I can't remember what type of creature she was. Scallywag, no. Scalewing. That's it. And we made friends with her. We then stepped outside, and Dave's character, without checking, opened one of the outbuildings and unleashed some stinky enemies on us. That's when we started combat. So far, I know me and the bear have taken some damage. I also think Brock and I remember Dave's new character name have also taken damage.
Ivren, yes.
Ivren, that's it. And that was the start of the... I keep wanting to call him his old name. And that was the start of the combat, really. We'd only had a couple of rounds and then the session ended. So that's what we're currently in combat with. Stinky dudes whose names I can't remember.
Very good. So, everyone go onto your character sheet and make sure that you have at least one hero point, because we get one per session. And Lou, you can have 2. And I've zoomed in as much as I can on the VTT for YouTube. I have done a thing, and I hope very much to be able to show it off today, but it's one of those things where you're like, oh, it could be weeks before this comes up. I can but hope. Who's opening and closing doors?
No one.
Now we know. Now we know. Oh, I've just suddenly had a flashback to an episode of that Mitchell and Webb look where, for some reason, all the actors in the scene end up saying, "Now we know. Now we know," which I really love. So I'm going to end up saying "now we know" without meaning to. So let me bring back the turn order so that we can see whose go it is. Here it is. And for some reason I have a multitude of turn markers. I don't know why I end up with so many. Brock is the first to act unless... I've cleaned the chat, so if there was anything in the chat reminding me to do something else, I can't do that because I've deleted it. So we will just go ahead with Brock and see what happens. And I'm going to change the music to something fighty.
It's his first blood.
Oh, very good. And they don't have a blood type. That's terrible. I don't believe it. Well, obviously it's going to be green. There
It could
we
be
go.
brown.
It could be brown. I don't have brown.
It could be blue, it could be
Racist.
violet sky.
Now we know. Okay, so very good. I thought these guys were going to be tough.
I think it probably helps I have a hammer.
Hammers are good. So, we move
My turn
on
done.
to. Very good. We move on to Lowry then.
Okay.
Lowry has a reduction to her movement because she got
Yes.
slimed.
I'm down to 15 speed, nine more rounds. So that's fine. I'm going to do something that people probably get mad at me. I'm going to use my first action for the bear. But the bear's just going to run away because I don't want him to get hurt. So his speed is 25, isn't it? He didn't get affected.
Yeah, I don't
25?
think
Let me
he
double
got
check.
slimed, so you're good.
No, he managed to save his, I think his constitution. Oh, he's 35. Okay.
Oh
So,
wow, he's pretty quick then.
He's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he's going to go. Oh, maybe, no, hang on. Oh, hang on, I need to do the thing, don't I? No, that's not how you do it. No, that's not how you do it. I can't do it. Okay, no, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. He's going to run away and hide over here. I believe that's
Cool.
fine. 5.
Were you trying to use the range marker?
Yeah, and I couldn't remember how to do it.
Ah, so you pick up the token with your left mouse button,
Yeah.
and then you tap the right mouse button after having moved it slightly, which puts the range ruler in, and then
There we
you tap the
go,
right mouse
okay.
you tap the right mouse button every time you want to put in an anchor, basically.
Oh, cool. He's got one more range to speak in. He's got one more, so he can go there because he's 35. Cool. So that was my first action. Second action, I am going to short bow. Short bow and short bow +1. Have I got a +1 short bow? Oh, short sword. Oh man, dyslexia is strong today. Okay, I'm going to short bow that one. First attack. He's not flat-footed. Did that do anything? Yay! No, maybe?
So,
Oh,
at first it seems like you have got a crit
what did I do?
because you gave him a wholesome smack. However, the arrow seems to pass through the ooze's body, doing little damage on the way, and so he only takes normal damage from your crit.
Does that mean it hits the one behind him?
No, it just sticks in the wall, I'm afraid.
But the angle, it would go to the... That doesn't... Okay, fine.
And
Not even nick him a little bit.
maybe it hits him in the toe and he goes, oh,
Noise him.
but not enough to lose a hit point.
Okay.
Are you doing attack number 2?
So I just do
Huzzah.
the same thing. That one. That one. 2. No, I missed.
Unfortunate. So,
That's me.
the bear, I believe, actually has a second action because you spend one of your actions to give it 2, don't you?
2, yeah. Can he hide? Is there any way he can hide?
He could take a stealth roll. Cowardly bear, scaredy bear. Does he have a stealth roll?
Scared bear. It's ooze, and he has a very low stealth. But where's stealth? Hold on. I can't see stealth on his.
No. Okay.
Dexterity.
I think it's probably going to be a flat dex roll then.
Just a 20. What's my defense? Come on.
17. That's not bad. So I think it's
He's just gonna hide and sit this one out.
Cool. So the bear rushes and hides behind an outhouse. And
I instruct him to do that. He's not being cowardly, he's following orders.
cool. Okay, well that means that we are ready for Feg. What's he gonna do? I really shouldn't have this fidget spinner here while we're recording because I'm just going to keep on doing it. Sorry, Gareth.
I was going to say, from Feg's point of view, he's seen some green bogey-like thing, and his usual response to things like this is just to whack it with whatever he happens to have in his hand, which would presumably be his longsword.
You would think so.
I'm going to hit the second. Oh, I've got to move nearer, obviously. So hang on. Let me go. I shall move there.
Cool. So that is action number 1.
And then I'll hit it. I'll hit number 2.
Okay.
I'm not flat-footed, am I?
It's whether he's flat-footed, but no, he isn't. So, sadly, these boys are immune to crits. But you did hit him. You splatter sewer ooze everywhere and you get it all over your sword. It's not nice. It smells very bad.
I think I'll hit him again. I've got one more move left. I think I'll hit him again.
Yep. Cool. You hit him a second time. Right, I think that's 3 actions done. So let's move on to Ardria, who is currently indoors.
Okay, so I hear noises. I open the door. Would that be one action?
Afraid so.
Cautiously walk out. Look at behind. And really not much else I could do. Because all my I'll take out sickle from wherever I keep it.
That's 3 actions then, I'm afraid. That's open door, walk down steps, pull out weapon. So your sickle is in your hand, ready for melee. So Ivren is ready for action. So what should we get Ivren to do?
I think Dave said for Sam to take over, so...
Yeah, that's cool. I can
What's
give...
he doing?
If he does not already
what
have
everyone
it.
can do.
So what he can do... so I have given control of Ivren to you. Ivren is currently slowed. Well, he is slowed by 10 feet, so that is a particular effect. So he doesn't have the slowed status, I don't think. Or does he? Is that how it works? I am not certain. There are so many statuses and conditions in this game, it's difficult to keep up. However, he has a rapier in each hand, and if he gets an opponent flat-footed, he is able to do sneak attack. But to get sneak attack, he needs to get them flat-footed, which is usually flanking, but can be other things.
Can it be from stealth?
So, that is a very good question, and one that up until this point I had not considered. So it probably can be, you know.
From memory, Ivrin is a sneaky man.
He is rather sneaky. Ah, flat-footed has a hyphen in it. So I do not see why not. So if you can confer upon yourself a stealth bonus, then, well, if you can hide, then in theory you can attack against a flat-footed opponent. It can see you at the moment, so you will have to find a place to hide.
If you were to pop round the corner here,
Yes.
one action hiding because he would be around the corner out of sight, could he sort of peek around the corner to shoot?
Yes.
But I'm not sure.
I reckon he could probably do that. So if you... Yeah, so that'll be one action to move.
One action to hide.
One action to hide, so let's have a stealth roll.
I now have his character sheet 2. Give me a second.
20. That is not bad. So... these guys do not have a passive perception, I don't think, because one does not have passive perception in this game, I don't think. That's fine. Right, okay. I want to do this secretly, but will it let me? It did. So, you may consider yourself hidden, but you're going to have to change weapons.
Oh, he's got his rapiers in hand at the moment then.
I'm pretty sure he does, but I can't remember for sure. Because he has a crossbow, doesn't he? Anyone honestly remember what Ivrin was holding in his hands last week? Because normally he fights with 2 rapiers, doesn't he?
We were surprised though. So we were in exploring mode. That's why I've got my bow out.
Oh, well in that case he
I'm
might not
not,
have any
literally-
weapons out. But it
No,
was the
no, we all had weapons out because we were exploring, but it wasn't like he wasn't sneaky attacking, if that makes sense. He just opened the door.
Well, let's say action through is preparing his short bow.
Cool.
And that'll be him for a turn.
Groovy. Okay. Sewer Ooze number 2. Looks at Feg with its strange and hideous body. But let's see. These guys do not really have much of an offensive arsenal. So he's just going to stand there kind of dribbling on your shoes.
Sure it's not Feg's brother then?
He is going to take a 5-foot step and mooch along. And then he's going to take another 5-foot step. And then the other one is going to take a 5-foot step.
Given Sewer Ooze number 1 stepped out of Feg's
Well,
threat.
you see, when you move just 1 square, otherwise known as a 5-foot step, you do not provoke attacks of opportunity. So it is one way. If you only move 5 feet at a time, or 5 feet per action, you can actually move through threat. So in D&D 5th edition, if you move out of threat, then that's an attack of opportunity. But you can move through threat. In Pathfinder, you moving within threat also triggers attacks of opportunity unless you do 5-foot step. 5-foot step was like the best thing ever in Pathfinder 1st edition, so I'm quite glad that there's that it somehow survives to this day of multiple actions. But these guys can't actually do another attack yet. They're kind of recharging their filth. So we are back round to Brock.
Ooh. The sludge attack thing that they did, does it affect armor class, or is it just a Constitution saving throw? If that makes sense.
Sorry. Start again.
Is it an attack roll that my armor class has an effect on, or is it just a Constitution saving throw? Their little sludge attack.
The sludge attack was a reflex save to dodge out of the way.
So armor class has nothing to do with it.
No.
Cool.
I'm not sure if I understood the question. I may have this all wrong.
It's fine. Lower my shield.
Oh, sorry, I did it first because I thought you might have forgotten. So
how many times can I lower it?
yeah, we can keep reducing your armor class.
Taking my armor off in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, so you should be on 19. Yeah, it's a bit low tech. It just adds 2 and then takes away 2. So if you do it more than once, then it will keep on taking it off, but it will also accumulate as well.
If I do a 5-foot step to make sure I'm not flat-footed, flat-footed wouldn't make a difference between the old oozes, would it?
Well, they didn't attack. They didn't attack you, so they took the time to surround you, but they didn't attack you because they don't appear to have any melee attacks.
Yeah, then it is less of an issue. That one is flat-footed.
He is.
Because Ivrin, although Ivrin's hidden, so does that...
Well, he doesn't know Ivrin's there, but so it is debatable whether or not Ivrin can actually influence him from his hidden position. Perhaps we will say he is not flat-footed, but they do not have an enormous armor class in any case, given that you managed to hit him first time on an 8. So, very good.
And hopefully, press the right buttons. Come on, brain. Attack number 2. Ooh, big splosh.
So, he was destroyed, but it was not a crit. Not that makes any difference at all, but you did enough damage to kill him either way. So
given they have... Oh... No, let's not do anything silly.
He is now...
raise my shield.
Cool. He is now an incredibly foul-smelling puddle on the ground. Onto Lolry.
Okay. So ooze 2 is here. Okay, so we're going to short bow to ooze 2. He's not flat-footed, is he? No.
He is not.
And same again, really.
Okay. So 1 second. I just need to give him some hit points back. So because they are immune to they're immune to critical hits. But that's all done now. Fire away.
Cool. And I did.
Only 2. Still.
And I can't really do anything else. So although it's inevitably going to miss, you might as well go again.
I wouldn't say it's inevitable.
It's third. It's the third thing. My second one's normally missed. My first one's normally missed, to be fair to see. And that's me.
You are quite right. That was a miss.
Mm-hmm.
But you got a 1. but it wasn't a fumble. So, on to Grandmaster Feg. Lord Feggington Fegry the 16th.
Take him up.
Ooh.
So, it may seem like a crit, but it is
Yeah,
not.
I know.
Amazing moon ticket.
Peg
So-
doesn't really, isn't alert enough to realise it wasn't a crit, so he's just going to keep hitting it till it's dead. So, and probably after it's dead as well.
Yeah, so Feg is splashed with more effluence.
Oh,
It is foul beyond all reason.
Might as well just hit it again. Just keep smacking it.
Actually got a hit on attack number 3. Very impressive. So, we move on to Ardria, who has her sickle in hand and a lovely white dress about to get covered in literal shit.
Change my mind. I will stash away my sickle
That's one action.
and pull out my sling.
That's one action. One
Does it
action
mean
left.
loading sling is the third action?
No, I think with the sling, load and fire is kind of a single action. Just like a bow, you don't have to load a bow and then shoot it. It happens as you do it.
Okay. Well, I'll have an attempt at this. Seeing the carnage that Fang is doing, I'll help. I'll try and help with my feeble, beautiful arms and beautiful dress. Where is it? Oh. Where did I find one? Okay. Oh, here. Sling. There we go.
17 is a hit.
What?
17 would have been a crit with its ridiculously low armor class. Or would it? No, it wouldn't actually. Lies. But 2 points of damage is in fact enough to finish it off. So your bullet splooshes into what passes for its head, destroys its little ganglia, whatever passes for its brain, and it just falls to the floor in a pile of foulness that is almost unbearable to behold. I am going to change it to some slightly lighter hearted music for exploring. What I need is some nice piratical coastal music, but I don't have any at the moment because I have yet to populate my playlists on Kenku FM, but I will. Kenku FM is brilliant, DMs. Load it up with royalty-free music, and then you can still only play 2 tracks, like I do. Okay, the battle is over. Let me tell you how much XP you get, otherwise I might forget. So, these are level 1 creatures. And you are level 2 characters. So, you get 30 XP per monster.
does that take us to 468 roughly?
If you say so. I have not
Anyone?
been keeping track.
Everyone is keeping track. Anyone else?
How do I go and add that?
On the
Well,
character sheet.
yeah, you can record it on your character sheet. Or you can do what I do, which is hope that someone else is paying attention. So,
I've got 468
yeah.
as a total.
Take it, it's at the top under it. Sounds fairly
Yeah,
obvious.
where your
Experience
name
points.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question? I had a like a reduction on my speed. Now that combat's over, have I still got that reduction?
I am going to say that you are able to clean yourself off so that you are no longer no
Covered in
longer
shit.
impaired. Yeah, you can. Well, you can wash yourself off in the sea if you like.
Is there a sea?
There is a sea. The sea is over here
Oh yeah.
because you're on
Yes,
the
I like
beach.
the seaside. I had no idea.
Beck
They're
isn't
still
alert.
fighting.
Yeah,
Feck isn't
the
alert
battle is
enough to
over.
know that he's smelly, so somebody's gonna have to tell him he's smelly.
I'll have a look at these fishes here.
I would
So
have thought the cat would as well.
Oh, I'll forget about her. Ooh, yum, 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 yum.
yeah. So these
Oi,
fishes,
leave it alone.
have been there for a long time. They are quite dried out, quite stinky.
Ollie might like them.
Is there signs of foul play?
Signs of foul play. That's
Signs of
Or are
foul
they
something.
just fishes dried out like they were caught by
yeah.
somebody?
I think they've been caught and left on the table to dry out in the sun.
Can I ascertain if they were killed first before they were left on the sun, or were they tortured?
That is an interesting question. Well, let's find out. How would you investigate that?
Oh, I don't know. Nature or something.
Yeah, it's probably nature. It's not medicine, is it? So give us a nature roll to ascertain the.
Level of distress the fish went through before they died.
Yeah, Ardria does a post-mortem on a sun-dried fish and discovers that it probably did suffer a little bit in its net before it was dragged ashore and left to dry in the sun. Is she outraged?
Not happy, but guess I've seen worse in my lifetime, so I'll try and keep it together.
Right, I've just seen that I have a massage.
Oh, that's me.
Ah. So I can't remember where I put it.
Yes or no will suffice.
I've got a little one and a big one, and I'm not sure where either of them are.
Means yes, thank you. That's all I want.
Okay. So that sounds quite cryptic, doesn't it? But I am going, now that we have them in the XP, I'm going to get rid of the foul. Oozes. I'm very sorry. That's a good sign, isn't it? Yawning away.
I think we can assume that they essentially somehow self-aware piles of human effluence probably didn't have anything worth looting.
If you were brave enough to check, I'd let you roll for it, but let me tell you about this room in which you find yourself. Okay. The door creaks open on battered hinges, releasing a putrid stench. Racks for smoking fish fill most of the dark space within. Some still hold scraps of scale and bone. There is a vile-smelling puddle in the centre of the floor. So you have defeated the oozes that issued forth from here. Oozes are created in such environments, so it seems.
Are they likely to come back if we don't clear up that thing in the middle?
No, that's just kind of where they came from, but they are, well, I mean, who can say? I don't know why. I don't know why I'm telling you no. I don't know what I'm talking about. Obviously, I need to have a sip of this tea and hope that I'm restored by the caffeine within. I'm playing
So
Russian
there's
roulette with
nothing.
tea bags because I don't know which one's a decaf and which one's a real.
There's nothing really to loot in this room then. There's no chests or anything to search.
Well, is a 17 enough? Is an 18 enough? I'm looking for a natural 20, really. Yeah, well,
We
we'll
try.
hold back on that one. So you don't really find anything other than what has previously been described.
Well, if this room is clear, should we move to the next room?
Yeah.
Because there's a doorway here that we haven't been in yet.
Can I listen at the door before we burst in and make the same mistake as last time?
You certainly can. So
What do you want me to roll?
at the moment you're sort of slightly piled up. So let's get everyone in their own square, and then.
Hey, I'll just say first.
Okay. So give us a perception roll.
Perception.
Ooh.
19.
19. Okay, you don't hear anything inside.
Okay. I will open the door then. Beck, do you want to go in? He fell for it.
Fag dashes into the storage shed. This simple shed has a collection of fishing rods, boxes of tackle, and various tools which you might surmise are for the cleaning and preserving of fish. Give us a perception roll while you're in there if you like. See if you find anything hidden away.
Whilst you're exploring those rooms, I'll venture to the sea to.
I got a 27. I'm looking
Wow.
in there.
Oh, that means I get to push a new button.
Oh,
Just to.
a good button.
It's a good
Yeah.
button if you're
You.
me. So
They've got a 9.
Audrey and Aidan go to the sea. Lowry spots down the side of one of these boxes what appears to be a small wood carving.
Leg, over there, grab it. There's something by the box.
Can I grab that then?
You can, and I shall tell you what it is. So I spent 2 hours doing this today, so I hope you will be suitably impressed. So
Makes you feel sad.
So, for anyone who can't read the writing because it's too small on the screen, it says, "You find a pornographic woodcut. It depicts one male air genasi doing underwater sexy time with two female warforged in a cave. It makes you feel sad. It is clearly an insult to all who see it." That has many tables attached to it to randomly generate a plethora of results. So,
How do they not go rusty?
of the Warforged, well, there aren't actually any Warforged in Pathfinder either. So I have gone with D&D races because I was able to think of a nice long list of those. But I will try and come up with a more Pathfinder appropriate list of races for next time. But hopefully that conjures some sort of image. But yes, every time anyone rolls a critical success when there's nothing to find, I will push a button and tell you what kind of mind-bending horror you find. Okay. What's next?
Next room.
What's an air genasi?
An air
Anyway.
genasi. A genasi is a so Asimar are part angel or celestial and part humanoid. A tiefling is part human and part devil or demon. A
was gonna say,
a
how
genasi. Sorry.
devil? Not devil. I was a tiefling, just demon. We're good. We're good peoples.
Devils and demons are both evil.
But like tiefling, the devils are worse than demons. And
Are they?
tiefling, they can be demons because tieflings are just misunderstood.
Well, the only difference, well, devils and demons, FYI, are the difference between them is that one is chaotic and one is lawful, and they're both evil. But that doesn't mean that tieflings are evil. Tieflings can be any alignment you like.
Having a very close personal friend that's a tiefling. Laura takes offence.
Tieflings are usually descended from devils. You can get abyssal tieflings, but it's normally tieflings are normally the descendants of devils. But an air genasi is the descendant of a human and a genie, but genies come in different flavours. So genies are you have air genies and fire genies and water genies and earth genies, and they have in particular names, but I can't remember what they are. But an air genasi is part human, part genie of the air, basically. And I don't think there's any genasi in Pathfinder either, so I'm probably committing a terrible sin by using D&D races, but you get the idea. So Ardria goes to the edge of the water. What does she do when she gets there?
Oh, just walk along the water and let it wash my feet and refresh myself. And the cat explore in this little boat, or just
Cool.
walking about.
Yeah, the boat has sat there for a long time. It has a crack in the prow, so it looks like it would probably let on water if you decided to get in it and go for a row. But
What's the weather like? Is it sunny?
I need some random weather tables, don't I? That's a thing to add to my list. Considering I'm making tables for pornographic woodcuts, I should be making random weather tables.
And if it's sunny, the cat will just sort of sit on the top of the boat and catch some vitamin D.
Let's say that it is quite sunny. I think the day is probably... did we say it was the beginning of the day? I think we did, because you guys had a rest in that room. So I think that it is quite early in the day. It is not very hot yet, but the sun is up and quite bright. Okay, what are you chaps doing over here? I'm just going to
Can we
actually
get ready to open this door as well?
You certainly can. I am going to zoom out a little bit. So, are you making any preparations before you open the door?
I'm making sure my hammer is drawn.
Cool. Okay, hammer in hand. Baroque prepares to open a door. So, inside the room, there appear to be supplies similar to the room next to it. Fishing supplies, fishing rods, boxes of tackle, tools, and the like. You reckon that if you took all the stuff from these two sheds here, then you would have possibly 10 sets of fishing tackle, which are a commodity that could be sold. So if you want to record them as party assets, you can. Brock does not find any disturbing woodcuts, sadly.
Well, I think we've cleared most of the rooms. Shall we all go clear the wonderful effluent off of us from the previous fight and have a discussion about what to do next? Now, have we opened all the doors?
I think you've opened all the doors inside. Let's see. Have you been everywhere inside? The only way
I
for
think you
me...
did that last week.
Yeah, I'm just going to very quickly do a character's eye point of view. Yeah, so you have been pretty much everywhere indoors, I think. I don't think you've explored the whole map per se, but I think you've explored pretty much most of the building and the outbuildings. So there's just...
Should we go join Ardria on the beach then to clean up?
It's lovely, guys, here. Some of you, I think, you could use a bit of a bath.
So the wavelets lap the shore. It is... How do tides work?
The
Oh,
moon.
did we go in that door? Or was that the front door?
So I don't know if you've been through all the doors at the...
This side.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have been in all the rooms. I just don't think you've opened all the doors.
Oh, okay. They're not like rooms that you can only get to from the outside.
That'd be weird.
Well, no. Like a lean-to or a shed that's attached to the side of your house.
Yeah. I
Some
suppose you,
garages.
yeah, I suppose you could have a room that didn't interconnect with your house. Yes, the waves lap the beach. I'm trying to remember how many high tides you get per day. I seem to think it's 2.
It is.
So I'm guessing that in the morning the tide might be in, and then it might go out and then come back in again. So I guess the tide might be quite high at the moment. I need to know more things about the real world.
Well, this is the magical world. Sadly, the real world doesn't necessarily apply.
Yep. So yes, it's high tide at the moment. Yes. So the waves lap gently at the beach. You can see on the beach. I'm not going to move that. That's the point of view frame. I should move the other one. So to the east for this beach actually goes from west to east. I have no idea why they decided to make this map vertical. And if I had my time again, I would have twisted it round, but I did not do that. So I cannot. But yes, further up the beach, you see obviously this ruined rowboat. Also, there's a big pile of stuff. A little further up.
By up the beach, you mean to the east?
To the east, yes. And I might even... Yeah. So what would be the north if the compass rose was not the wrong way round?
Is this the stuff?
That is a pile of stuff.
Should we go check out the pile of stuff?
Okay.
The bear scampering up and down the beach.
He's having fun chasing the waves.
And why not? Oh, who's that there? Is that Brock? Okay. You approach the pile of stuff and see that it is a pile of abandoned fishing nets in a rotting tangle of rope and seaweed that stinks of old fish. So, can I get perception rolls from anyone who is looking at this pile of stuff? So,
Terrible.
There you
how
go.
do we
well
do?
done.
We've got a couple of good ones, a couple of not so good ones. So, Ivren and Brock, notice some unusual tracks in the sand around the pile. You may see if you can identify them if you like. Nature or survival check to recall knowledge. Okay, that's pretty good. So Ivren says, "Ah, I recognise those footprints. Those are the footprints of giant centipedes." And as if in answer to his comments, a load of giant centipedes emerge from the nets, ready for chomping. I am going to roll initiative for them.
More disgusting things.
Yeah, I'm going to
They weren't
blow.
disgusting. You'd be less inclined to fight them.
I rather like giant centipedes. I'm a bit sad they didn't make it into D&D.
Oh, I accidentally rolled for Captain Fuzzy Paws instead of myself.
Ah, okay.
Sorry. So now he has his initiative.
Nolry's in there now though, so okay, I'll
Yeah.
get rid of Captain Fuzzy Paws.
Yeah.
So we have
Sorry.
Ivran, Fag, Brock, Laurie and Ardria, all in the turn order, which is lovely. And we have some nice giant centipedes to fight. So I'm going to close Ardria's character sheet because I don't need that. Close. Fag is in the water, slowly drifting out to sea. So, do any of you cry out? Or...
Yeah.
Captain Fuzzy Paws growls at him.
Cool. Okay, so I'm going to say that everyone is aware that something is up. So, Ivran is the first to act. What would he like to do?
I'm guessing action 1 will be draw his rapiers.
That sounds fair to me.
Action 2 will be stab the giant centipede in front of him. Oh, he's got weird things, hasn't he?
Yes, he has an ability, I think. Let's check it out. Where has it gone?
Twin feint.
Yes, so that means... Yeah,
So he would
make
have-
one strike with each of your melee weapons, both against the same target. The target is automatically flat-footed against the second attack. It doesn't say, however, that the first attack has to hit. I learned this yesterday as I was using this same ability against a creature that had an incredibly high armor class, and I don't think I actually managed to lay a hit on it, but it was worth a try. So, oh dear, no blood again. What colour blood do giant centipedes have?
Blue.
I don't have blue. I've got red, black,
No.
green, yellow or purple. I think
Yellow.
their blood... Yellow?
I mean,
Oh.
traditionally they don't have any kind of central blood flow system. But you know, magic centipedes. Who knows?
I've given them yellow blood in response to...
When you squish a bug on the windscreen, it's yellow. No? Not when you squish it deliberately. I mean when you're driving.
I don't know. I don't end up with many bugs on my windscreen. I couldn't tell you why. It could be an aerodynamic thing. But there we go. So Ivran has drawn his weapon and
There we go,
done a
back.
couple of attacks. Say it again.
We lost our internet, sorry, we were like, everyone's gone quiet.
Oh!
Yeah, phone
You
turned
didn't,
out.
didn't lose it for long. Because... There we go. Guess what? Oh no! I've just realised that I am not focused on the right bit. So, I'm going to zoom in on the fight, and Outliers can catch up when they are ready. giant centipede number 3 is going to attempt some chompies. So he has an attack called Mandibles. Will he manage to get it into anybody? We shall discover. Here comes Mandibles for Ivrin. Oh no. Well, it wasn't a nat 1 fumble, so we will not draw the card. In fact, we're not going to draw a fumble card for a centipede. That just seems a bit excessive. It's only a centipede after all.
Trip over his own feet.
He has many feet. So he misses twice. So what does a centipede that misses twice do? It takes a 5-foot step. And then we move on to Feg.
Can I get Eric out?
Your
Eric the
crossbow.
crossbow. Yeah.
Crossbow.
So you can get your crossbow out. That will be 1 action, and then that leaves you with 2 actions.
I think I've got line of sight of Centipede 2. I think.
Let's have a look. Well, it's a bit close to Captain Fuzzy Paws, but yes, that will do.
Do not fumble.
Yes, if you were to fumble, it might not go well for Captain Fuzzy Paws. Said the evil DM. You got a crossbow bolt into the giant centipede. It didn't hurt him much, but it did hit him.
Might well do that again.
And why not? Worth a try. I've just realised I've got the wrong sound effect going for that. Because you can hear the bowstring stretching. Okay, I am going to click the button because that was 3 actions. Centipede number 4. Can he do anything clever? Not really, he's just going to try and do chompies. Cool. Well, he managed to get his teeth into Brock. It didn't do any damage, but we are after a fortitude saving throw against venom. It managed to pierce your skin just enough to possibly get a bit of venom into you. Oh, meat beats. So, you are not poisoned by his venomous bite. Well, at least not the first one. He's going to have another go, but the second attack he's going to give to Ivren. See whether he can get Ivren. He misses Ivren. Oh. Then he is going to... Is he going to take a 5-foot step? He's going to move over here. Okay, let's move on to giant centipede number 1. I think giant centipede number 1 is going to notice other combatants. And he's going to move over towards Lolry with all his legs going. He's going to try and bite. So that is action number 2, attack number 1, and now attack number 2. Oh! He got a crit and still didn't do any damage with his bite.
Do I need to do a fortitude saving?
Yes, please, yeah.
Fortitude. 18.
Oh! Rubbish centipedes! Hang your heads in shame! Oh dear. Okay. We move on to centipede number 2, who is going to risk moving into this place here.
Oh, light box.
Did you say light box?
It says, oh, I don't like bugs.
Bugs! Okay. Giant centipede number 2 is going to do attack number 1 on Brock. What on earth? I have just got lots and lots of error messages in the chat.
Brock says no.
So this is attack number 1. Flat-footed, yes, for he hath you in the flanking. Aha! He has got you a bit. Oh no!
That is such a waste.
You can do it once
I get
per
a new
turn.
one next turn.
Yeah. I mean, I think he just has to let you go, doesn't he? Because otherwise he is going to become enfeebled and you won't take the damage anyway. So, oh, well, he's going to try. He's going to try again. He looks at you sadly, as if to say, "Oh, right, you can go." But then, he has another try. Yep, he fails miserably to bite you. You see, it's because he's still so filled with remorse. He is a remorseful centipede. Right, let's move on to Brock.
What's going to be the best bet for me? You should be able to finish that one, which means I'm going to take a 5-foot step. There.
Oh.
And then squish that flat-footed centipede. Boom.
Very good. So consider him smooshed.
And then I guess I'm going to take a 5-foot step back to where I was to prevent Ivran from getting flat-footed. Yeah.
Very good. Okay. Then we shall move on to Lori.
I had my short bow out, and he's very. Is there, because it's a short bow? Is there a penalty for literally using it when someone's standing next to you?
Yes. Hold on. What happens if you try and use a short bow in point blank range? So I'm just going to have a quick look because I don't think this has come up before. So there. So it's showing me all the helpful. It's
I
showing
know
me
there
all
was a penalty with the longbow, I didn't know
Yeah,
on.
yeah, because that's designed for long range shooting, but
Mm.
um, okay, there is a feat called point blank shot, but what I want to know is what happens if you try and shoot when someone's right next to you. Ranged weapons at 5 feet. Here we go. Okay, so a ranged attack. So a ranged attack within 5 feet would trigger attacks of opportunity. If the creature had an attack of opportunity. And if your weapon has the volley thing, then you take a penalty within the range for the volley. So you had your longbow, that was volley 30 feet. So within 30 feet you took a penalty of -2. The shortbow does not have the volley trait as far as I remember.
Right.
So basically you are risking an attack of opportunity, but I think that's it. I think it will actually let you shoot someone at point blank range without penalty with a shortbow.
Right. Okay. So for this round, I'm gonna try and shoot him in the face with a shotgun and see what happens. Let's find out. So
Well, why not, eh?
he's right next to me. How did I miss?
Well, with armor class, it's not necessarily just missing. It can be
I
kind
could
of.
literally take an arrow and stab it into him. Right, let's go again.
That might be a more effective tactic. You never know.
And I missed again.
Oh dear.
Wasting my arrows at this point. Okay. Let's go again. Why not? Perfect. Down to 3. And I fumbled.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it a proper fumble?
Yeah, it's
Oh, it wasn't
No.
a nat 1. Okay.
Nice.
You get away with that
Sorry.
one.
I don't get to play with your cards.
Damn. So you kind of went pew, pew, pew. One over each shoulder. Easily done.
I should be wearing a stormtrooper outfit at this point.
Okay, we move on to Adria, who is back here with the cat. What's Adria going to do?
I can see that there are some nasties going on ahead, so I will cautiously approach through here. And I'll get about here. Why is it not moving? Does
So,
this work?
Did you measure it with the range ruler?
It says measure, shape,
Okay,
line.
so what you need to do is get rid of
That changed. That menu changed, and it's really confusing me now.
It changed a while ago.
Well,
But yeah, get rid of the measuring tool. Left click Adria, hold down the left button.
okay.
Move her a tiny bit, but hold on to the left button.
Yeah.
Tap the right button.
Thank you.
And then every time you
Oh.
tap the right button, it will put a range marker in.
I shall never remember this, but thank you. There we go. And that's me done. The actions of moving.
Cool. What's your movement speed? Is it 25?
Yeah.
I think you could have gone another 5 feet if you wanted to, because I think you did
No,
70.
I'm full here. Thank you very much.
That's fine. Okay, cool. Is the cat doing anything?
Oh, yeah, it always follows me, but I forget.
Okay. So the cat scampers up the sand behind you. We move on to Ivren.
Who is gonna do twin feint again on... Oh, do they have to be on the same target?
For twin feint, yes they do.
Then twin feint, got it on the damaged giant centipede number... that one. Not flat-footed for the first one. Missed. Number 2, but flat-footed for the second one. Bam.
Very good.
Then
2 giant centipedes down. Which one was that? That was number 3, so number 3's out.
do something along the lines of recall knowledge about someone, can't he?
You can. So what does he want to try and recall?
He has got the "you're next." After downing a foe, you maniacally remind another foe that you're coming after them next. Attempt an intimidation check with a +2 circumstance bonus to demoralize a single creature that you can see.
Okay, you can do that
That
if you
seems
want.
like a fun thing.
Yeah.
What would intimidation be? The intimidation button. Wap wap.
So
With a +2, that's not gone well.
nope. So natural 1 downgrades the result by 1. So technically that is a critical fail. But
Have I just encouraged the centipede to
yeah,
attack?
the centipede's like, no, you're next, mate. All centipedes want to attack him now. So that was 3 actions from Ivren, wasn't it? So let's move on to Fag.
I'll move there, so I'm less likely to be sucked out to sea,
Very good.
and then have a pop at the nearest centipede to me
Fire
with
away.
with the crossbow.
Oh. I don't know if it's because they're small targets or what, but did I blow up a centipede so that you could look at it? There we go. Oh, there's a bit of pixelation around the edge of that ring. I need to find a higher resolution ring. But I do like it. Oh, you got him. So that centipede now has 2 crossbow bolts sticking out of him like little horns. Right, that was action 3. So giant centipede number 4 looks with disdain at Ivren. Far from being intimidated, he feels that it is his right to chomp on Ivren now, and chomp he shall. Oh, he gets his teeth into Ivren. He does a little bit of damage, injects some venom. Please, can we have a fortitude save for Ivren? Oh,
no.
13. So, D10 points of poison damage coming. 6 points of poison damage for Ivran. And it's only attack number 1. So let's apply that. There we go. He is going to try and do that again. Take this, he seems to say. Wow, he did it again. Okay, I didn't expect that. This is...
Probably give him a hand, shouldn't I, for the second one?
Oh, disappointing. So, the ally gains resistance to all damage against the triggering damage equal to 2 plus your level. After the damaging effect applies, the enemy becomes enfeebled 2. So, I think he's going to go with it. So, Ivran resists the piercing damage.
Not
But-
necessarily the poison.
But not necessarily the poison. So let's have a fortitude save. Oh, he gets away with it. Oh, bloody hell. Okay, so enfeebled. So the centipede is enfeebled 2. How does one spell enfeebled? With 2 E's. Conditions enfeebled. Status penalty to the condition value equal to the condition value to strength-based rolls and DCs, including strength-based melee attack rolls, strength-based damage rolls, and athletics checks. So, he is enfeebled 2. I am not quite sure how to demonstrate that, but he is going to have a go. What kind of attack does a centipede have? I just need to work out where its attack mods come from. Finesse. So that means its attacks are dex based. So its third attack, which it is going to attempt to do, he has no penalty to that, but he would have a penalty to his damage. He misses, so we don't need to worry about the damage. Okay, I'm going to move on to Giant Centipede number 2. Giant Centipede number 2 looks at Lolry and thinks, he thinks if my mate can do it, so can I. And he snakes up and tries to bite you on the shoulder with his wiggly teeth. Oh, he gets a bite in. 1 point of damage and a fortitude saving throw, please.
I don't like bugs. 18.
You shrug off the effects of the centipede venom. He is going to try again, however.
Again.
He misses the second time. I don't know. I feel like doing 3 attacks is often a recipe for disaster, but we're going to do it anyway.
Yay!
Yeah, he definitely misses. Okay, we're back round to Brock.
I
There.
hear you. Didn't hear any of that.
Can I move? There we go.
Yep.
To there.
Have we lost them?
Yep. We can hear you. I don't know if you can hear us.
Oh, okay.
We can, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Brock wraps around, or reaches around if you prefer. Oh, puts down the grumpy centipede in a single stroke.
My hammer's being particularly effective this evening.
Okay. Anything else from Brock?
Can I move again?
You can move again.
How far did I... Do I get another 20?
Yes. Yeah, it's a second. Yeah, you get a new set, for want of a better word.
Yeah.
Very good. Nice tactical thinking there. On to Lolry.
Okay. So Captain Fuzzy Paws is going to move to here. And he is going... I haven't got his sheet open. So, oh no, I can click him on it. And he's going to claw, because he looks gross. That dude.
Oh, I'm
Did anything-
afraid he misses.
Well, that's fine. Because then I'm good. Can I, with a free action, drop my short bow?
Yes.
And as an action, can I take out my short sword? And then with my final action, can I hit him with my short sword? That's 3 actions, isn't it? There, take it out, hit him.
Bear, take out, hit. Yes, you can do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. So I'm going to short sword him. That's my
Does the
turn.
cumulative attack penalty count for the bear as well?
What?
No, I don't think
There's
so.
next 2. I'm confused.
So you're an attack 1,
Yeah.
Yes.
and he is
Yeah, yeah.
flat-footed.
Oh, he
Yep.
is, yes.
That's why I moved.
And if I hit him, the bear then gets an attack because the bear's next to me. If I don't hit him, then he doesn't.
Or does an extra 1d8 damage or something.
Something like that. I'll look
He
it up.
helps, doesn't he?
If I hit him first. Hey, I did hit him.
Didn't even need the bear attack. Very good.
Oh, is he dead? Oh, cool.
So, you have defeated this clutch of giant centipedes that were hiding in the net. I am going to work out what XP they are worth. So, XP awards.
I am going to re-pick up my short bow while you do that and put my sword away and hold my short bow.
Cool. So, I need to do some sums. They're not very hard sums, though, are they? What's the difference
but-
between 2 and -1? It's 3, isn't
3.
it? 3. Okay.
Yeah.
So that means that they are 3 levels below the party's level. So each of them is worth 15 XP. So 4 times 15 is 60. So you get another 60 experience points for killing giant centipedes.
528, is that right?
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm gonna close down these things. Now seems like as good a time as any to have a brief comfort break if everyone is happy with that.
Yeah.
Cool. So AFK, TTFN, let's come back about 20 past ish. A little bit later, more like 25 probably.
Cool, see you then.
Cool. See you in a minute.
Yep.
And intermission. And we are back in the room. Let's move back to the scene thingy. Michaela has been elevated slightly because Gareth turned his camera off, but hopefully he'll turn it back on and everything will align perfectly. How we find some light. There we go. Here he is, the man himself. Hello. So, a thing happens. You battled against fearsome odds, against terrifying adversaries that were basically giant centipedes.
And some giant poos.
Oh, that too. But splashing about on the beach and having a battle has attracted the attention of other creatures which choose to appear Now,
They are some very large crocodiles.
well, crocodiles are quite big.
The size of an owlbear?
Well, I hadn't really thought of that, but how big is an owlbear?
I mean, these are magic crocodiles.
True.
Just because our crocodiles aren't that big doesn't mean.
So, how did these crocodiles do? 9. Oh no. 9 apiece.
We should be thankful they didn't end up on top of Faye.
Well,
still time.
there may be some
Still in
method
the
to there may be some method to the madness.
Can you make the token big?
There we go.
Oh, thank you.
So, it's weird. I've got one monitor here which has got OBS on it, and one monitor here which has got Roll20 on it, and my centre monitor is a lovely new one with with very vivid colour, and the other one is a bit washed out. So the tokens look quite different from one to another. So do we have a full set? We have Brock, Lolry, Ardria and Ivran, but we don't have Feg yet.
I did already roll. I rolled it just before you put the turn order up.
Oh, so you did. Okay, but you didn't have your token selected, otherwise it would have added it automatically. Still, he is in there now. It's one of those things where there ought to be a solution to it, but there is not yet, apparently. I think that's a full set, isn't it? There we go. So let's start with Feg. So Feg is standing there in the shallows, having fired a couple of crossbow bolts into a giant centipede, and before anyone even has a chance to sheathe their weapons, a couple of crocodiles swarm up out. Swarm? That's not the right word.
Roll?
Saunter.
I was thinking of a more dramatic word.
Splash.
They launch themselves out of the water and splash down on the beach, and they kind of let out their crocodile sort of roar and go. I don't think crocodiles make a lot of noise out of the water, but they do make some interesting noises in the water because they can kind of vibrate the water. It's how they do their mating calls. It's very interesting. But of all the things to remember and of all the times to bring it up, but
That's ADHD for you.
yeah. So Feg finds himself standing between two crocodiles, which are pretty big.
Does that mean he's... What's the word?
Flanked.
Yes, thank you.
Well, a kind and benevolent DM decided not to put them right on top of him.
Alright.
So
I don't think he's flanked yet, but...
Only one has to move, yeah.
both have to move.
Oh, yeah.
So it's all yours, Feg. What's the plan?
Are they on the beach or are they in the sea?
Bit of both. Why is that?
Because Feg, one of the many voices in Feg's head, has muttered something about the only way to beat a crocodile is to throw your arms round its mouth and then take it for a death roll in the water.
Go, Feg, go.
1 second. So Feg wants to grapple a crocodile and then drag it out to sea.
And try and drown it.
That is
It's a
excellent.
big ass.
So, if you want to perform a combat maneuver against another creature, you need to do an opposed athletics check. So you would need to move in close enough to grab him, and then you would need to beat him in a contested strength contest, basically. A contested contest. Basically, you would have to beat him in a contest of strength, and then you would be able to attempt to drag him out into the water, which would probably be another one. So he's gonna resist you all the way, but you can certainly try.
Athletics check, yeah?
Yep. $19. So this crocodile here is going to fight back. So
Boo!
So you don't manage to grapple him, at least not with your second action. You have one action remaining. Did you stow your crossbow or did you just drop it?
Drop it.
Okay, so you have an action left.
I'll give it another go, see if I can
Okay.
grab him. Not with that roll, I won't.
Was that athletics 2? Yes, it was. Well
That
done.
was, yeah.
Okay, so you don't get hold of the crocodile, I'm afraid, but it is hilariously funny that Feg is trying to do that. So excellent. On to Ivran.
So Ivran is going to do a recall knowledge against crocodiles.
Cool.
What do you want for that one?
Well, survival or nature, I guess.
That's the
And
same, but
16, so that is kind of borderline to where I was thinking. So I want a level-based DC here. I'm going to say that meets and beats. So, this is for his ability that gives him, allows him to treat creatures as flat-footed, isn't it?
yes.
So, he has succeeded. The crocodile is flat-footed against him for this turn. Or this attack? Is it the
He
whole
will
turn?
then probably drop his rapiers, pull out the short bow as action number 2,
Cool.
and then number 3 is shoot crocodile number 1.
Right. I'm excited. Oh, shame. Okay. That was action 3, wasn't it? So I guess we're on to Brock, who has just had a crossbow bolt whiz past his ear and splash into the water next to a crocodile in front of him. A crocodile which Feg is trying to do crocodile manoeuvres on.
Well, since it's distracted, let's see what I can do about that. Oh,
Unfortunate.
number
Nice
2.
try. Oh god, there's no blood. I thought I'd done all this. Okay, they've got blood now. Okay.
All 3 actions.
Say it again.
That would be all 3 actions.
All 3 actions. Okay then, we move on to Lulry.
Okay, I am going to short bow this crocodile.
North or south? East or west?
Oh, 2. Crocodile 2.
Cool.
I thought I clicked and didn't hold it down for long enough.
Ah. Hooray!
And then same again. Drop bow. Da-da. Nope. Can't take it. Quick.
Two
Um,
hits. Wow.
Then with my third action, I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to get the bear to run away because I don't want him to get eaten by a crocodile. So let's do. Oh no! What? Business setting. Let's go on that. 1, 2, 3. He's going to go hang out by Aiden. Safely hopefully out of a crocodile's clutches. And I'm done.
Cool. Lovely job. On to Ardria then.
How tall is... Can I just sort of jump down off of this without
I reckon so.
injuring myself?
It's a 5-foot drop onto sand, so I think you'll be fine.
Let me just quickly do some measuring. I don't know how to do this. Bear with me. Oh. Okay, so if I move, I'll spend my action by moving over here. Move. And then, if possible... Oh, wait. This doesn't work, honestly. Every time I want to do something, every creature is out of range. I don't understand. What I would like is to use Mage Hand to pick up some of these nets, or a net from the pile, and transfer it on top of the croc and drop it onto him so that it becomes trapped under the net, but it's only fucking 20 feet.
Well, that's a good idea, though. So
I'll just drop it in there so you can read it.
thank you. So
It says 60 feet, actually.
It says 20, up to 20 feet.
30.
Where?
are we just randomly shouting out numbers now?
No, right at the top it says range 30 feet.
But
But you said
yeah.
60 first time.
I was reading it a bit further down.
All right. Yeah, that is. So you can make the mage
The range is
hand.
30 feet, and
Yeah.
you can slowly move an object up to 20 feet.
Yeah. So you could make your mage hand appear here, at the edge of the pile of nets, which is within 30 feet of you, and then you can move it 20 feet.
Just about them. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. So I really like that. That is a nice use of mage hand. So dropping a net on top of the crocodile. I feel
I'm not
mean.
sure if-
I feel mean giving him a save. So
Well, but it needs to be done, isn't it?
so let's
It's a
have a
big
look.
ass crocodile.
Oh, he's failed his save, so that's fine. So that crocodile is now
Can we paint it?
caught in a web, caught in a net. So
Yeah, it looks like the right size as well.
Caught in a trap.
Get the paint
yeah.
off.
So we need to work out what condition that is, because there are so many.
Sort of slow down, I suppose.
Paralysed?
Not paralysed. No, that's a bit.
Grappled? Grappled with net?
Um,
I mean, restrained.
restrained is probably the one.
Yeah. I don't know.
So you're tied up and can barely move. A creature has you pinned. You have the flat-footed and immobilised conditions. You can't use any actions with the attack or manipulate traits except to attempt to escape or force open your bonds. Yes, okay. So I'm going to say that that creature is restrained. I'm going to put this spider's web token marker on him to remind us. Well done, very nice. So that was a good idea. Well done. Hey, frog dancing. Okay, crocodile number 2 is... It has a choice here. It can either help its friend or it can go after what looks like easier meat. So... Do crocodiles help each other?
Should I take offence to being described as meat?
Well, anyone
Yeah,
on the
they're
beach
all
could be
described
meat at the moment, but...
Oh, yes, basically, yeah. And also feg. Feg it could also. I just assumed it was going to come after me.
Yeah, well, I don't think he's going to help his friend. I think he's just going to march up the beach and attempt the chompy. So I need to make sure that I can see what the ramifications of this will be. Oh wow, cool. Okay, so he is going to try and bite Lowry. He bites Lowry. Lowry is now grabbed.
Oh, he is in trouble.
There we go. So I need to work out exactly what grab does. So Lowry is flat-footed and immobilised. What's the range of that? Where would I know what the range of a thing is? I need to know what the range of a thing is. I think large creatures have a longer range, but by the time we finish this campaign, I will know all about things. Yeah, size and reach. So a large creature has a 10-foot reach. So that large creature is going to try and whip Feg with its tail. Just to share the love around a little bit. That's going to be attack number 2. He misses Feg with his tail. Okay, we move on to the next crocodile. Something just disappeared. No, that's fine. That was just the thing moving. This crocodile, all it can do is attempt to escape. We need to know what the DC of a net is. I'm going to give it DC 18, which is an average sort of DC. He's going to try and burst out of the net using his athletics. He fails on the first attempt. I'm going to get him to do athletics 2 to attempt to do it a second time. So -5. That's pretty... he can't do much else. So let's try it again with the -10. Yep, he wriggles around. He cannot get away. We move on to Fag, who has just had a crocodile's tail whip above his head. It didn't hit him, miraculously. What would he like to do?
I'll grab him and drag him out and drown him. Well,
So-
I should be to grab him now because he can't get away, given that he's under the net.
Yeah, I mean, you can grab hold of the net. He's in the net. So you can try and drag him into the water if you want.
Yep,
Attempt
alright.
to drown a semi-aquatic reptile.
Well, we'll take him for a death roll in the sea. So, yeah.
But you know the death
Did
roll
he-
thing that crocodiles do? They get hold of you and twist around, don't they?
I know, but apparently they're quite. From what the voice in Feg's head is telling him, that they're quite susceptible to. If you do it to them, it's a weakness for them.
I mean,
Okay.
traditionally they
It's
come
one
off
of the.
better.
It's one of the more insane voices in his head. So.
Okay, let's have an athletics 1 then. Okay. I mean, it cannot prevent you from doing this. I just want to know whether you are strong enough to drag him. So, you and your crocodile begin to move out to sea. How's Feg swimming? I think we better have another athletics check just to see how Feg's getting on in the water whilst trying to drag a crocodile along.
Quite well.
Reasonably well. I'm going to take 5 off that because that should be athletics 2, but that is still an 18. So you swim out into the sea, dragging a crocodile in a net. The crocodile is looking at you through the gaps in the net. It's difficult to tell whether he's grinning or whether that's just the shape of his face. But yeah, that's 2 actions. What's action number 3?
Pull him under the water, I suppose.
Okay. Let's have
So
some more. Let's have some more athletics then.
Ah, I failed with that one. Critical one. Critical fail.
Yeah. So you try very hard to get the crocodile under the water, but he is fine for the moment. Okay. We move on to Ivran.
Ivran is gonna move. There for now.
Cool.
And then attempt to shoot crocodile number 2.
Very good. He has
Hey.
shot crocodile number 2. Crocodile number 2 has an arrow sticking out of his back.
Well, given the first one went so well, let's try again. Wow.
Oh no!
It's got hero points.
Oh, okay.
There's a time to use one. That seems like the sensible time to use it.
I agree.
Oh dear.
Okay, still a fumble, but not a nat 1, so no card required.
That is true. Okay, so 3 actions done. On to Brock. So Brock has just watched Feg drag a crocodile in a net into the sea.
Yeah.
In an attempt to drown it.
Now, Brock being a heavily armoured dwarf, probably thinks better against trying to go into the sea for any real reason. So he's going to just watch Feg thrashing around on the surface with a crocodile. And think, well, he seems to have this under control. Frankly, he has a plan. Let's not get in the way of that plan. So instead, we are going to move. There.
Cool.
And have another go at crocodile number 2.
Cool.
Boop.
You manage a hearty smack.
Doing quite well on health, so we're going to go for attack number 2 rather than putting the shield up.
Cool. Okay, we move next on to Lowry, who is currently grabbed.
Does Laurie have any health potions on her?
I would say that is
Anyone
one for
remember?
whoever looks after the inventory to answer.
The problem is, I wasn't here at the start, and I'm normally the one that looks after the inventory. So
True.
I don't know if we've got any health potions, and if I would have one on me.
Okay. Are there any left in the party loot?
We did acquire
Ah,
some the other day, didn't we?
Yeah,
I know we've used one.
we picked up 2 standard healing potions and 2 whatever the next level up healing potions. I've used one of the better healing potions, so we should have 2 of the basic ones left. And one of the slightly better ones.
Cool. So Lowry should be able to. I'm going to say Lowry could lay her hands on one if she needed to.
Okay, Laurie needs a healing potion. She's on 9 points of health. So,
Right.
and grappled by a crocodile. Or immobilized. So, can I use an action to drink a healing potion?
You can, but you need to do a DC 5 flat check because what you are doing is a manipulate action, and that
DC 5?
Roll a
DC
d20.
5. So if you roll better than
D20.
5, then you can drink your potion. If you roll under 5, then you waste your action and you probably drop the potion in the sand.
Okay, come on, more than 5.
There we go. I thought that was a low bar to clear, but you know, usually the low rolls come when it's most important, don't they? So, what kind of potion are you drinking?
What have we got? I looked in the party loot. I don't think they've updated it. All it says is 3 healing potions, 1d8. I think, unless it's further down. Whoever's been adding. Oh no, that's anti-venom potions. 2 healing potions, 2 healing potions 2, and a set of healer's tools. I don't. Yeah, we need to figure out. I don't think people have been.
So the healing potion 2 is a better healing potion. It's like a level 2 healing potion.
This doesn't feel like it's that bad of a fight to waste that on.
Your call?
So I'll just take a healing potion 1, so 1d8. Do I just roll a standard d8?
Yep.
Cool. I hope it gives me a couple of. A 1! I got 1 added to my.
Oh no.
Hero point?
Oh, hero point! Can we use a hero point on that?
Normally one uses a hero point to re-roll a d20 roll.
Yeah, good point, well made. But I've got 2 of them and I never use them. Okay. So I add 1 back to my health. Something at least. So I'm currently on 10. And I can't move anywhere, so I can't run away. So with my other 2...
You can attempt to break free.
Oh, I could do a break free. Okay, was that a D20 or D10?
It's going to be, well, athletics.
Oh,
to break.
athletics.
Yeah.
Okay. Could it be acrobatics? No.
I know there's a school of thought among adventurers that athletics and acrobatics are interchangeable, but I think
26.
wow. Okay, you are free. So
Does anyone know if crocodiles have an attack of opportunity? It's worth it anyway.
You could take a 5-foot step back, and then you wouldn't invoke an attack of opportunity, whether the crocodile had them or not.
Crocodile has a 10-foot reach.
ooh.
Okay.
But a 5-foot step would not allow. It wouldn't be allowed to attack of opportunity you, but you'd still be within its range. So yes, you are quite right.
Yeah.
There.
So,
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I was just.
I didn't do anything to the crocodile. Do I stay and fight?
This is a safe time to step back and start shooting it. Yeah.
I can run away, but then it's an attack of opportunity.
I mean,
Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Just hang on. Actually, no, because if that, I know that crocodile's very much. I'm gonna run to here. But have I still got line of sight? Yes. Cool. Now I find out if crocodiles have an attack of opportunity or not.
Yep. So the monster specifically needs the attack of opportunity reaction, which can usually be found in the defense section. Hold on. So I have, since we started playing Pathfinder, I have yet to have a monster that actually had it. So I was thinking maybe I was looking in the wrong place. Offensive or proactive abilities?
Well, no, attack.
So, unless I am reading this completely wrong, it does not have attack of opportunity, so it does not bite you as you leg it.
Yet, not dead yet.
So, you
And
drank a potion, you broke free, you put
Yeah.
some distance between you and it. That's 3
I have to
actions.
bravely run away.
That was pretty good though. Okay, so Ardria is standing in front of a crocodile. You may, if you want, maintain your mage hand, I think. But you don't have to, you can just drop it as a free action. Well, with no action.
Well, I thought that by dropping the net on the crocodile, that was the end of the mage hand because
that's
I
fine.
lifted the.
Yeah, if you it is a sustained spell, so you can keep the hand if you want to spend an action concentrating on it. But if that was the end of the spell for you, then the mage hand's gone.
And once a crocodile's in a net, it's kind of in a net, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. The mage hand spell is gone, but the crocodile is still in the net until.
Yeah,
yeah, the croc's still in the
That's
net.
my
It's just-
understanding.
yeah, the crocodile's in the net, but mage hand can be sustained, so you can keep the hand. You don't have to just do
No.
one thing with it. But if you don't want to, you don't have to.
No, I'll be a bit of a coward here. I shall launch a face bolt on this guy. And
Nice. 21. So 21 is a hit. That is a 2-action spell. So
as a third action, I shall hide behind Ivren.
I was going to say there's nothing cowardly about running away from a crocodile, but there is something a bit cowardly about hiding behind your friends. So
Well, I'm just a weak, pretty girl, so in a nice dress, which I don't want to ruin. So yeah, the crocodile's got quite a big teeth. So
I'm sorry, Ivren, I don't want to get any crocodile blood on my new dress. Okay. So this crocodile has both Brock
Yes,
and
it pissed
Ivren
him
within
off,
its
didn't I?
reach. So crocodile number 2 is going to try and bite Brock. Since Brock is closest, he misses. He's going to try and whip Ivren with his tail, which is attack number 2.
So Ivren has nimble dodge.
Ah, okay, that is a reaction that allows him to increase his armor class by 2. And if his armor class were 2 higher, with a circumstance bonus, then his armor class would have been 21 and that would have been a miss. In that case, Ivren dodges, he gets his hit points back. So this crocodile bites one way, swings his tail over at Ivren. Is Feg still within reach? Technically, he is not within 10 feet. Hold your horses. That is because of the weird measurements of Pathfinder. But corner to corner, that is further than 10 feet. Because it'd be a diagonal. Okay, so he cannot reach Feg. So what he might do is get up onto the beach. And then decide what he wants to do from there. He's looking around for people to eat. We move on to crocodile number 1. Crocodile number 1 is going to try and break free from Feg's, well, from the net. He is free of the net, so the crocodile is no longer caught in a net. Feg was hauling him out by the net, wasn't he? So Feg is now holding a net, and a crocodile in the water is right next to him. He cannot death roll you unless you are grabbed.
Well, it looks like Feg's going to get the death roll he wanted.
Yeah, he might well get that. He'll be able to put the adage to the test. Oh dear. Okay.
Can I do my thing?
You can.
That seems like a sensible time to throw that in there.
It very much does. How many hit points did Fag have before I did that?
Full.
Full?
Yeah, I hadn't taken a hit.
You didn't have full hit points, because if you had full hit points, you wouldn't have been knocked out.
Yeah.
Oh, alright.
So you don't get fresh hit points every session.
Well,
That would be crazy.
It said 28, so it must have been 28.
Yeah, that. So the damage done was exactly the same as the damage you had to spare. By the look of it, I think it was 28. It's just a bizarre coincidence that it happened to be exactly the same number. Okay, so are you still grabbed? No, because that ally is unharmed by the triggering damage. Does that turn a hit into a miss, or does it just take the damage away? That's the question.
I mean, given that it's a crocodile chomping his jaws around him, it's now chomping softly enough to not hurt Feg. Would that still also grab him if he was so gentle as to...
I think we'll say that it basically invalidates all of the outcome of the attack, just for the sake of simplicity. So he has one action left. He'd be mad not to try and bite again. It's attack 2. You know what, that first one actually should have had a -5 on it, but that would have still have made it a 24, which wouldn't have been a crit, but it would have been a hit. But it doesn't matter because the Glimpse of Redemption invalidated it anyway. Technically this is attack number 3 because he did an athletics check to escape from the net. So we're going to do attack number 3 against Feg, which is a miss. Okay. Now it's Feg's turn. Feg is in the water, holding onto a fisherman's net next to a crocodile that just tried to bite him and somehow didn't, as if by magic.
I mean, throw the net and run.
It's if I let go of the net, is that a free action?
You can let go of the net as a free action.
Is the net damaged?
Yeah, I'd say the net has a crocodile-sized hole ripped in it.
But in which case, I'll let go the net. I will take out the longsword and attempt to cut the crocodile in half.
So, let's see. So you dragged that thing out into the water, didn't you? I didn't move you off the map.
Yeah, no, I dragged that.
Yeah. So presumably that means you are swimming.
Yeah.
So can one fight whilst swimming?
Presumably I could stab downwards, though. In which case, actually thinking about it, rather than longsword, maybe a dagger would be a better plan. Because that I can stab with.
So, oh bloody hell. Okay. Okay. So there are aquatic combat rules. So, you're flat-footed unless you have a swim speed.
Pass. Don't know.
You don't. Unless you have any feats that give you the ability to swim, then you don't have a swim speed. You gain resistance 5 to acid and fire because you're in the water. You take a -2 circumstance penalty to melee, slashing, or bludgeoning attacks that pass through water. So you would get a -2 penalty to your attack, but you can try.
I like that Feg is up for a challenge and has decided to face the crocodile on its own terms.
So did you
Yeah.
say it was a flat-footed one?
Well, he's not flat-footed, you are.
Yeah.
So it doesn't help you in any way, it works against you. So being in water, he's not flat-footed, he's a crocodile, he can swim, he's fine. So he's
So
having a lovely time.
It's flat. It's no on the flat-footed then.
Oh, it's no one flat-footed, yeah, because
Yeah,
you're
right.
flat-footed, not him.
It's just a very confused crocodile.
Yeah, this crocodile's like, what is he doing? But you did manage to, let's see. Yes, even with a -2 penalty.
Got a small hole in him.
Yeah, the crocodile's like, what? I just got stabbed. So, drop net was a free action. Draw dagger is action 1. Attack is action 2. You have 1 action left.
Yeah.
Yeah, run away. More
Can't run.
away.
He may have a
Attack of opportunity.
I can move 5 meters and I'm still within range. So
Yeah, just
You're at least on the land now.
I'm nearer the. I'm more in the shallows now. So
I mean, if you want to stop there, that's fine.
if I go any further, he can have an attack of opportunity, can't he?
Well, only if he's got attack of opportunity as a reaction.
Which is not something the other crocodile had against Ulrich.
Hmm.
run away, Feg. Run away.
I wasn't going to say.
Run away and get Eric out.
I'll risk it then. Yeah.
But run away, like, from both of the crocodiles.
I know he's got health left.
That's 10.
Yep, no attacks of opportunity triggered so far. But if that's as far as you're going, then that's fine.
There we go.
So he needs to fight at some point.
He's got Eric.
He's got loads of health. He's off.
I also dropped Eric, so I don't have Eric.
Eric is floating.
Oh no.
So
Eric
you need to move back 1 square because your movement is 25.
Oh.
There we go. Okay, I don't even know where you dropped, Eric.
In the sea.
You must have dropped him when you grabbed hold of the crocodile, so it's probably on the floor somewhere.
It's there,
Let me
or
watch
it's
that.
some. It's either here or here. It's one or the other. It's in the shallows anyway.
Okay, cool. Right, well that's Fag. On to Ivren.
Ivrin is just gonna try and shoot crocodile number 2.
Oh, good shot.
Given that he's looking pretty wounded, see if he can finish the job.
Unfortunate.
Nope. And then he's.
Is he going for
I
number
probably
3?
should have done it first, but he has an extra thing, so let's go for. Anything good that he could do? He's going to go for a survival check and see if he can. No, I didn't recall knowledge about crocodile number 2, but he cannot.
Yeah, good. Okay, on to Brock. So, will we finish the fight in this round? I'll think
I
about
can
doing
hope
some
so.
awards in a bit. Okay, Brock walks around. Hey you big lizard. Take this. Smash. So Brock bashes the crocodile. Where does he hit him?
I mean, he's a dwarf with a big hammer. He's just hit him in the fucking head.
Cool. So there's a dead crocodile with a big hole in the back of its head, lying on the beach bleeding out. And there's a dwarf who's still got an action left.
Gonna go and join. Oh, actually, that's a better place to stand. Ready to face crocodile number 1.
Cool. Okay. On to Lolry.
Bobby was trying to find the range of her short bow, but it's not coming up on her sheet.
Ah. Let's see if we can fix that.
I don't know why. Clicking the little down arrow, and I'm not.
So
Also, my longbow won't shrink, so I'm not sure what's going. Maybe I need to reopen my character sheet. Oh, what's it working now? Hey, right. 60 feet. Cool. Sorry, I just wanted to check that. I tried to check it before. So what have we got? How do you measuring tool? How far away? 40 feet. Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna move here.
that you don't shoot Fag.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. But also stay quite far away. Does that still give me enough if I move there? Oh, hang on, that's not what I want to do. I want to do that. Yep, still within range. Cool. So, no, move. Oh, I have one clicky. Sorry. One clicky. I'm gonna move there. And then I'm gonna one move and then short bow. Is this dude. There we go. Submit. He's not flat-footed anymore. And I'm gonna miss.
Ooh, unfortunate.
So I'm just gonna try and do it again. Short bow. That one. That. It doesn't like me. Come on. There we go. Sorry, he's in an awkward place. Doesn't like you clicking on him.
Yep, he doesn't
And I
like
miss.
it. Ah.
Nice. I'm just gonna like throw some arrows at him to maybe distract him. That's me done.
Cool. Okay, on to Ardria.
Well, I'm just reading the damn spells because I'll never remember it. I have an idea, but I'm pretty sure I'm out of range. Again.
So, what's the idea?
10 foot there. Okay. So I'm nowhere near. Never mind. I'll just.
What are you trying to do?
Um.
If you're trying to get in range for a phase bolt or something, then you could actually do it from here.
Yeah. Well, it's only reaching 10-foot burst, so I'll have to be at least here, which is like 35 feet. So I can't move that far. Actually, hang
What's
on.
10 feet?
I can do. Oh yeah. Okay. So I will spend 2 actions moving somewhere here, and then I will blast. I will spend it as 1 action. This.
Okay. You haven't used your hero point yet, have you?
Oh.
Well, that was a fumble. So you might want to do it now.
Oh, sorry. I need to minimize my character sheet first.
Ah.
Oh.
So yeah, that was a nat 1.
Okay. So do I just do the same thing again?
Yeah. 24. Woohoo! Okay, much better. Okay.
But it says. 2d8 damage. Oh, is it all calculated together?
Yep, so it's done 15 damage.
Oh, right.
You nearly got max damage from that. .2d8 bludgeoning. On a critical hit, the blast knocks the target prone. So it wasn't a crit, but right, this is just so I can change its hit points. That is 1 badly injured croc. So you blasted him with your aqueous blast. I think that's the first time you've used that spell. That is a level 2 spell. Okay. You can blast targets within 30 feet with this water. So you could have done that from 30 feet away.
No, but what I don't understand is that when I open the thingy and I read stuff, it says. I think I was reading different spell.
So would you like to take back one of those actions that you spent?
Oh, no.
You done? Okay.
You don't want to stand further away?
Yeah,
Well,
it's the crocodile's turn next.
But I did spend 3 actions, didn't I? So that's it.
Yeah, but you only moved
I moved
so
more than
far.
20.
You moved so far forward because you thought that you had to be within 10 feet to do that spell, and you didn't. So let's assume that Ardria knows what she's doing, even if you don't. And then you can just move to within 30 feet, because you were too far away here. But if you were standing just in front of Ivren, you would have been within 30-foot range. So come back here.
Then you won't be a
Best I was
vulnerable
to transfer.
spellcaster standing directly in front of the crocodile.
That's it. There we go. And then you've still got an action left, because that's only a single action spell. What?
No, that's.
I was going to say, if you want to dive into the crocodile's mouth.
It's the mechanics, my fingers.
Yep,
are
okay,
not
okay.
connecting to my brain.
I think the
And
spell
vice
is a
versa.
single action to cast, but it looks like it's an action to make it then hit someone.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. Alright, we got it.
So one move and then cast and then hit with the water blast and then everything's fine.
Cool. Okay, that one's done then. So we are onto a crocodile who has a dwarf and an orc in front of him. I have no doubt he would like to do horrible things to them. So let's see. This crocodile is in pretty poor shape though, and I can't find his character sheet anywhere. There it is. So, do we have any special attacks that are good if you happen to be in the water? No, that only works if it's hidden. Okay. So this crocodile is going to charge out of the water. This crocodile is not accustomed to losing, so he's going to rush out of the water and he's going to try and bite one of you and slap the other with his tail. So he's going for Feg first, since Feg has dealt him the greatest humiliation so far. He manages a chomp and he grabs Feg. He does not grab Feg. He rethinks his life instead.
Oh.
But because Brock keeps on foiling his best efforts to lay the smackery, he is going to try and hit Brock with his tail. He does manage to smack Brock. Until Brock tells me he's got a reaction that allows him to avoid that one. Actually, he's used his reaction, so there.
Oh, yeah.
So, we are on to Feg, who has not been bitten by a crocodile.
So, Feg, if you moved one square up and right, he would then be flat-footed to your attacks. I know it's another action, but...
There.
Make sense?
There.
There. Because we'd then be directly opposite each other.
Okay.
You don't have to, but that would then give you...
No, I'll do that. I've
We might
got
be
the
able to finish him
dagger
off.
out. I've got the dagger out, so I may as well, rather than wasting an action to put it down and then pulling it, well, dropping it and then pulling the sword out and everything, I might as well just stab the damn crocodile, mightn't I?
Yeah,
With what I've
finish
got
him
in my
off.
hand.
So he is flat-footed now. So Feg stabs the crocodile in its ear, and it slumps down dead on the sand.
Says, that's not a knife. This is a knife.
And the battle is over. And what better timing could there have been, considering that it is about time to do some awards. So I'm going to do the awards with some alacrity. So what I'm going to do is zoom out a bit, so that's nicely in the middle of the screen there. Then I am going to do the awards using the Bounteous Beauty of OBS. So you will only be able to see the awards if you look at
Oh, I see.
the other screen. So I'm going to make Gareth and Michaela disappear so that I can record these results in the awards screen. So for some reason all the numbers disappeared. I need to kind of go in and put the numbers back, but I'm not going to worry about that right now, because that would not be a very good use of time currently, would it? I think that we are going to probably get a full set here, aren't we? So I'm just going to very quickly delete the ones from last week. We had quite a lot of NAs last week.
There wasn't a lot of combat last week.
No, this was a very heavy combat session, wasn't it? So hopefully we'll manage a bit of RP next time. So, first blood.
Brock. Was it Brock?
Yeah, I think it was Brock.
There we
slime
go.
dude.
So Brock was the first to lay the smackery. Let's move on to first kill.
Brock.
Same again.
Also Brock. There we go.
It was one hit. He first blood and first kill. I
Cool.
think, wasn't it?
I think the second hit
Oh,
killed the
okay.
sludge.
same round.
Kill of the week. So we have killed lots of things this week. You've killed 2 sewer oozes. You've killed 4 giant centipedes and 2 crocodiles. What was the most exciting bit of murderousness this week?
Egg jumping on a crocodile with a dagger.
You didn't kill him though.
He did the last one.
No, he came out the water.
So the second crocodile kill was Feg with a dagger.
Oh, okay. I was thinking when he was in the water. Okay, yeah, no, that's cool.
Cool. So we'll give kill of the week to Feg for stabbing a crocodile in the ear. How about Yoink? Any incidences of Yoink?
Yeah, Lou, one of the centipedes had 2 or 3 arrows sticking out of it that I put in, and then she hit it and killed it. So
Shocking. So Lowry gets a Yoink award. Cool. Okay, let's move on to Fumble of the Week. I have been robbed of fumbles this week due to the judicious application of hero points.
I had a nat 1 when I was trying to pull the when I was trying to drag the crocodile under the water to drown it. I got a nat 1, didn't I?
Yeah. I should probably have drawn a card for that. No, you don't normally do it for skill rolls, it's fine. But we'll give it to Feg anyway, because his was the only unmitigated natural one, I think. Pincushion. I don't know who actually got beaten up. That's going to be Laurie, isn't it? She got.
Yeah, I think so.
She received a bit of smackery.
Someone needs to heal me next time.
Yeah.
Like next time, I mean like next round. One of the first orders of business. I'm screaming at one of you. Come and do some medicine checks on me.
Best supporting role.
Oh, that's got to be Ardria for her spell work, surely.
Mm.
Could well be.
Yeah, the mage hand for the net was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Role player of the week.
100% got to be Feg. 100% for trying to death roll a crocodile. That's the most Feg thing I've ever seen.
That's peak Feg. That's maximum
Peak.
Feg.
Maximum Feg, yeah.
Okay, I have a cunning plan, my lord.
I kind of also think that's Feg for trying to death roll a crocodile.
Yeah, and reveals his plan. I'm going to get a hold of this crocodile and I'm going to drag it out to sea and I'm going to drown it.
We don't think that's going to work, but you do you.
Yeah.
It could be Ardria's net plan.
Yes, that'd be a better one.
That's a good one. Joint them.
Cool. So we have Fag/Ardria. And this is something that Ivren might have come back to him, you know, with his remember things about animals thing. But a crocodile can hold its breath for 2 hours, so it would take a very long. It would take a very long time to drown a crocodile.
But Feg wouldn't know that. So Feg wouldn't know that they can breathe underwater. Apparently.
Oh, they can't breathe underwater, but they can.
Well,
They have lungs, but they can hold their breath for.
They are also they are very proficient in the water.
Mm. Right, here we go. Final award. The read the spell. Apologies. The read the damn spell description award.
That's Ardria, isn't it?
And we only really have one spellcaster.
This is true. We did have 2 before, so that award
Yeah.
made more
The
sense.
Ardria
But
award.
the Ardria award. Yep, we have a full set of awards.
We have someone else. We've got Dave's got Mage Hand. He's got the little monkey paw, which isn't a monkey paw that can do Mage Hand.
Oh,
He does, yeah.
So I think Dave's the one who's holding that. So if he pulls that out, he might win 1 week.
True. You could also, in theory, cast a spell or something. Sorry, you could in theory use a magic item to cast a spell, or you could use a spell
Or a
scroll. Is
scroll.
what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thoughts in my head did not come out in the words that I said. Doing well today. So I'm going to move us back to the landing page, which never quite lines up with this thing, does it? There we go. Let's make it line up nicely.
Experience for crocodiles.
Experience for crocodiles. So
Before we forget.
the experience points one gets from crocodiles, they are the same level as the party. They are level 2 creatures.
I really thought you were about to say they're the same levels as the centipedes, and I was going to call bullshit. Okay, same level as the party.
So a creature that is the same level as the party is 40 XP per piece. So that is going to be 80 XP for 2 crocodiles.
There were 608.
608. Heading for
that
level
right?
3. Sounds about
Yay.
right. So not
How
level
many?
3 just yet.
How
but-
many? How many is it to level 3? Is it 1,000?
Yeah.
Oh.
So a few hundred to go, but we're getting there. So that pretty much that is pretty much fishing for adventure. Anything that you want to do at the fish camp, you can do. So have a think about it. Let me know what you want to do. But
we have an opportunity
Pardon?
to set up the most fabulous strip club that Otari has ever seen.
decorated with pornographic woodcuts from all over the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah, that's what it could be. It could just be a pornographic woodcut museum.
Pornographic Woodcut Museum would be quite cool.
Charge people to go round.
Me and my friends at uni came up with this brilliant plan of setting up a heavy metal strip club where like all the dancers would dance to Iron Maiden. And I can't remember the name of it. We had a brilliant pun name. I have to ask Bexy.
We could do both. They could just be the woodcut room.
Pay extra, like the VIP room.
With
It's
a
crazy.
noose hanging above the door just for Feg.
friend of mine's got an idea to do a gothic Hooters
Yeah,
called Spookers.
That is brilliant.
that sounds good.
10 out of 10 would go.
I did tell her if she ever did that, I'd never leave.
Probably it's 10 out of 10 would come.
I'm going to give some fish to Ollie. There was that dried fish.
Ah, yeah, you can do that.
So you collect that up and give it to Ollie before we head off.
So yeah, anything you want to do there before heading anywhere else, have a think about it. Maybe drop it in the chat. Give us an idea what sort of things you might like to do. In what we need to do is have a look at some downtime activities, because there are some quite extensive downtime activity rules in Pathfinder 2nd Edition. So
I had a thought of one.
what's that?
We might you know that when we first arrived, I fell through the boards.
Oh, you could do some
Like
repairs.
repair the hull.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, have anything that your characters want to do in between now and next week, drop it in the Discord chat. If you don't drop anything in the Discord chat, I will just assume that you're doing random renovations and stuff. Next week we will be face to face in my kitchen. So hopefully we will come up with a good way to video it. And the audience at home, if there is one, and it would be lovely if there was, can watch us all doing it face to face instead. So have a great week, everybody, and I will catch you in 7 of your Earth days.
In a week.
See you later.
See you later.
Good night.
Bye.